Hello everyone, in this video I will discuss about vernier calipers and screw gauge which are very important for JEE mains and NEET. Most commonly used instrument used for measurement of length is meter scale. Using a meter scale you can measure a smallest division up to 1 millimeter. Similarly, if I want to measure still smaller lengths such as 1/10 of a millimeter and 1/100th of a millimeter, then I'll use two devices called vernier calipers or screw gauge. Let's discuss about vernier calipers and screw gauge in detail. Vernier calipers, just look at the diagram, we'll have two scales. One we'll call that as main scale and the other one we'll call that as vernier scale. This scale is vernier scale and this scale is main scale. That main scale we'll call that as a fixed scale. Main scale is called as fixed scale and vernier scale is a movable scale, and there are two studs or two jaws attached to this main scale and vernier scale. Between these two jaws we can fix any object whose length has to be identified. Suppose there is an object that is fixed between these two jaws, which are used, these jaws are used to grip the object between them. Now, before going in detail about this, on vernier scale we will have some divisions. If suppose on vernier scale you are having n divisions, they will coincide with n minus 1 divisions on main scale. So that one vernier scale division, that will be equal to n minus 1 by n of main scale divisions. Then you will be asked about least count. Least count means the least possible value that we can measure with a vernier calipers, that is least count, whose formula is given as 1 MSD minus 1 VSD, or this will be 1 MSD minus n minus 1 by n of MSD, or this will be equal to 1 MSD by n. That means this represents one main scale division value, by number of vernier divisions. Look at this. In this diagram, on vernier scale I am having 20 divisions and one main scale division value is 0.1 centimeter or 1 millimeter. Now if you are asked for least count, one MSD value, that is 1 millimeter, by I am having number of divisions on vernier scale as 20 in this particular example. In some cases you will have 10 divisions, so that this will be 0.05 mm. If you are having 10 divisions, in majority of the cases you will get with 10 divisions. In such case least count will be 1 mm by 10, or that is 0.1 mm. So using a vernier calipers you can measure generally up to 1/10 of millimeter. Once you know this least count, then we will discuss about how to write a reading using a vernier calipers. First of all, we read the position of the 0 of the vernier on the main scale. Look at this. Here the vernier 0, this is 2, the next one line will be 2.1 and the next line will be 2.2 and the next line will be 2.3. So that the vernier 0 is between 2.2 and 2.3 and the next one is 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9 and then 3. So that it is lying between 2.2 and 2.3. So that the main scale reading, the lowest possible value where the vernier 0 represents the main scale reading, we'll call that as, here it is 2.2 centimeters, and least count, this can be written as it is representing in centimeters. I'll write like this: 0.1 centimeter by, I'm having nearly 10 divisions. Assume that I'm having 10 divisions, so that this will be equal to 0.01 centimeter. 0.01 centimeter, that will be the least count of the instrument. And then you have to check for vernier coincidence. Here vernier coincidence is nothing but there will be one division on vernier scale which exactly coincide with some division on the main scale. This is 0th line, first line, second line, third line. See, look at this third line, that is just coinciding with our main scale, so that we'll call that as vernier coincidence. So that vernier coincidence is how much? 3. Then I can write the reading like this. The reading or the measurement can be identified with the following relation, that is MSR plus VC into least count. What is MSR? That is given as 2.2 centimeters plus what is vernier coincidence? That is 3 into least count, that is 0.01 centimeter, or this will be equal to 2.2 centimeter plus 0.03 centimeter, or this will be equal to 2.23 centimeter. So that is how you have to identify the reading using a vernier calipers. First you have to identify the position of the zero of the vernier, and then you have to identify the which division of the vernier scale exactly coinciding with some division on the main scale. Okay, and of course definitely you have to know about the least count. Once you know this, then you have to check for zero error. Just check. Zero error means when two jars are touch each other, if the zero of the vernier does not coincide with the zero of the main scale of the vernier calipers, then the instrument has an error. Suppose there is no object placed between them, then the main scale 0 and vernier 0 must be on the same line when the two jars are touching each other. I hope you know we'll have two jars. If the two jars are touching each other, then the main scale 0 and vernier 0 must coincide with each other. Then we can say that there is no zero error. If they are not coinciding, that means they are not in the same line, then we can say that vernier calipers is having some zero error. Okay, now we'll have two types of zero errors: positive and negative zero errors. See, this first diagram is a reference where I am having no zero error. This is no zero error case in both the diagrams. This is also no zero error case. Now see, if there is no zero error means vernier 0 must coincide with main scale 0. Now look at this. For a positive zero error, if the 0 of the vernier lies to the right of the main scale 0, it is lying to the right, so that then I can say that it is called a positive error. Then the correction what you have to do is negative correction. If there is a positive error, then you have to do negative correction. Similarly, what is meant by negative error means if the 0 of the vernier lies on the left of the main scale 0, then it is called as negative error. In that situation you have to do positive correction. So please remind that whether it is a positive error or negative error, that you have to identify when there is no object between the jars, and moreover both the jars must touch each other, then only you can identify the its positive error or negative error associated with the vernier calipers. Next we will discuss about screw gauge. See, screw gauge works on the principle of micrometer screw. This works on the principle of micrometer screw. It is used for very small lengths like diameter of a wire or thickness of a sheet, etc. It consists of a U-shaped metal frame. Look at the diagram. You will have a U-shaped metal frame, and this is one fixed point that we'll call that as stud, and there is another stud which is movable, we'll call that as a screw. Upon rotating this ratchet or thimble, definitely that screw will move in the forward direction. And a main scale which is graduated in millimeter or half a millimeter, that we'll call that as pitch scale. So that here main scale we'll call that as pitch scale. We'll call main scale as pitch scale. Pitch scale is called as our main scale, which is graduated in millimeters. Generally it will be graduated in millimeters. That means each division is 1 mm, or in some instruments it may be half mm, and a cap fits on the screw and carries on the inner edge. On the inner edge there is a screw. We'll call that as circular scale or head scale. So that is circular scale or head scale. Generally on that head scale or circular scale will have 50 to 100 divisions. In some situations we'll have 50 divisions, and in some situations we'll have 100 divisions. 50 to 100 divisions are observed on that circular scale. The object whose length is to be measured, that is gripped between these studs. That means this is a fixed stud and this is a mobile stud. The object, suppose I want to measure the thickness of any glass plate, I have to place that glass plate in between these two so that I can identify the corresponding readings. Now, before going about how to write a reading, first you have to know some basic points about screw gauge. The first point is pitch. Pitch is nothing but linear distance moved by the screw when one complete rotation is given to the circular cap. If I am rotating the circular cap, look at that previous slide. In this previous slide, if I am rotating this circular cap, the linear distance moved, I can write that pitch definition here itself. Linear distance moved by the screw, linear distance moved by the screw when one complete rotation is given to the circular scale. Suppose it is moved by a distance of 1 mm on one rotation, then we'll call that as pitch is nothing but 1 mm by one rotation, that will be equal to 1 mm. Generally pitch will be 1 mm. Suppose on one rotation it was advanced by one single line on our pitch scale, then the pitch of the screw will be 1 mm. Once I know pitch, then I can identify least count. So pitch is 1 mm. Now we can speak about least count. The least count is nothing but pitch of the screw by number of head scale divisions. Suppose here I am assuming pitch as 1 mm, and if suppose I am having 100 number of divisions on that head scale, then the least count will be 0.01 mm. That is how you have to identify the least count for a screw gauge. Then after inserting any object, we have to read the writing. We have to write the reading like this. If the nth division of the circular legs lies over the reference line. Look at this. This is our reference line. In that reference line, you are having 3, and the next one will be 3.5, and the next one will be 4, and the next one will be 4.5, so that this pitch scale is graduated to half millimeter. This pitch scale is graduated to half millimeter, so that the pitch scale reading is 4.5 mm, and if suppose the least count is 0.01 mm, and look at this, this is our reference line, this line is our reference line. You have to identify the number of the circular scale that is coinciding with this reference line. If this is 30, the next one will be 31. Almost 31st division is coinciding with our reference line, so that the number that is coinciding is 31, and of course you know the least count 0.01 mm. Then I can read the reading like this, that will be PSR plus N into LC, that will be equal to 4.5 plus 31 into 0.01, or this will be equal to 4.5 plus 0.31, or this will be equal to 4.81 millimeter. So that is how you can identify the reading, or you can write the reading using a screw gauge. And just like our vernier calipers, screw gauge will also have some zero error when the two studs A and B, if one stud is assumed as A and the other movable stud, if we are assuming that as B, of the screw gauge are brought in contact, and if the zero of the circular scale does not coincide with the reference line. See, for our circular scale we will have one 0, that 0 must coincide with our reference line. This is our reference line. With this reference line, this 0 must coincide. Then we can say that screw gauge has an error. If suppose they are coinciding, then there will be no error. If suppose it is not coinciding means that 0 can be above, or that 0 can be below our reference line. This is our circular scale 0, that can be above or below. Then I can say that screw gauge is having 0 error. Let's discuss about these two types of errors, that can be a positive 0 error or that can be a negative 0 error. Positive error, see, this first one is our original actual value with no error, actual situation with no error. Now look at this. In this situation, 0 is just below our reference line. This is our reference line. For reference line, it is just below our reference line. Then we will call that as positive error. Similarly, if it is a positive error, definitely the correction you have to do is negative correction. Similarly, if it is a negative error, then you have to do positive correction. What are the final reading you are getting, for that you have to add this correction if it is a negative error, and if it is a positive error you have to subtract that correction. So this is how you can identify positive and negative errors for a screw gauge. With this I completed about two measuring instruments. They are vernier calipers and screw gauge, which are very important for both JEE Mains and NEET. If you are a new subscriber, just go with the other videos, and if you are having good friends, well-wishers and students who are aiming for JEE Mains and NEET, please suggest my channel and subscribe this channel and enjoy the basic models. Thank you.